Well, one of the things that I think is really important for government to do is to connect with all the people in all of the neighborhoods. And we can do that in a few different ways. We can respond to emails, people can come to city council meetings, but I think that's at the bare minimum of what a city councilor can do. We absolutely need to be going out and asking questions and going out and meeting people. So coming to community club meetings, coming to meetings such as these. I've come to these meetings many times before because of my interest in working with victims of violence. And they're great ways to get a pulse on what's happening in the neighborhoods. And when it comes to issues that are going to affect a certain neighborhood or a certain group of people, I believe it's important that we go out and we ask that group of people or that neighborhood what's best for them and not kind of make an assumption about that. So that's my intention of what I will do, is that I will not only listen, but I will ask questions for understanding.
Having been on the council for 8 years, we have a great deal of communication with the citizens. Today we probably use email more than anything else. We get a lot of phone calls. Sometimes we still periodically get handwritten letters or typewritten letters. There's more meetings than you can imagine that go on in this city and actually across our region, because they expect city representation, and you could probably spend 7 nights a week attending meetings. One thing I have found advantageous, though, is the fact that I've lived here for 56 years, and I know many of you, and many of you know me, and feel comfortable talking and discussing issues with me. Having been on the council for 8 years, you kind of get a perspective on where things have been, where things are going. But the beauty of our government system is we also have district councilors, and we, as councilors at large, we often rely on our district councilors to bring back their perspective on what they feel are important issues, and we listen to them. And they also, each one of us is assigned to a committee, like I'm on the Planning and Economic Development Committee, and I attend their meetings and I do the research on their issues, and I bring it back to the council and share that with councilors as well. So it's a pretty efficient system.
One of the fun things about running at large and possibly actually being a city councilor at large is I get to go to these community club meetings throughout the entire city of Duluth. And honestly, that's where you hear a lot of the impact and a lot of the concerns that people have in their individual neighborhoods. And you'll see me proactively going to these different neighborhood meetings all over the city because, one, I want to, and two, because it's a thing we need to do. But also, you'll see me contacting some of the people in the room. And there's quite a few community leaders in this room right now. And you'll probably see a lot more of me if I get elected, hopefully.
Yeah, I agree. The best part of campaigning or just being active in your community is being out in your community. And I, too, have been very involved since I moved here 7 years ago. If there's anything out there that I can be a part of that provides good, positive results for my neighborhood or my community, I'm there. And that's probably one of the reasons why I decided to jump into this race. So I think it's important to attend the community meetings that are out there. There's lots of wonderful resources out there that help keep us informed. And I spent a little bit of time handing out my card, which has my own personal information. I pride myself on being accessible to anyone, and my telephone number's on there. I'm in the book. Female is easy. I think for me, the easiest way to connect with my community is with my family. So often when I'm at an event with my kids or with my husband, that's when we really enjoy some wonderful conversations about why we live in this wonderful city. So I think just being out there with our families and in our profession, I think that's it's a wonderful opportunity for a counselor to be connected.